Hi, I'm Peter Hay, he, him.
And I'm Stephanie Garcia, she, her, ella. And we are co-directors and co-founders of PROArtes Mexico. PROArtes Mexico is a small organization that started in 2018. Basically, Peter and I working together, and we have recently added a new collaborator because we opened a new program that it is our arts residency in Mexico City.
Since the formation of PROArtes, really we've been focused on fostering opportunities for the exchange of artists between the United States and Mexico, and supporting artists to share their work outside of Mexico, mainly in the United States and Latin America.
Our focus is in contemporary art, but we work in the performing arts field and the visual arts field as well. And our programming is broad: management for performing arts groups, tours, cultural programming, curation, advisement of development of exhibitions. We had conversations about how inequitable the relationship between the United States and Mexico was and how it was also affecting the arts. And we wanted to come up with an idea that helped tackle those challenges between these neighboring nations.
Actually, jokingly, when we first came about, we named our first shared document Coyotes de Arte, sort of playing with this idea of the coyote being the immigrant smuggler that smuggles people across the border. But instead of smuggling people, we were thinking about creating pathways for ideas, art, and dialogue. We pretty quickly realized there was a need for this work to be done, and we launched PROArtes Mexico by bringing the experience of a professional in performing arts in Mexico and a visual arts administrator in the United States together and joining our forces.
It is timely because unfortunately it's relevant and it is happening right now, especially in this new administration in the United States. And the need of exchanging ideas freely, we just believe that it is a generous, kind, but still powerful way to think differently about life and people's special ideas of discrimination, xenophobia, cultural stereotypes, etc.
We really wanted to make it possible for international exchange despite all of those things, despite language barriers, despite funding difficulties, and create something that surpassed the geographic border and policies.
And right now we work between Mexico and the United States, and also we have networks beyond these two countries.
It's tough because we really see ourselves as being a platform, and it's really the artists who are doing the work, and we see ourselves as being support for their career. So without them already doing the work, it's hard for us to have any role at all. So I just want to acknowledge that.
Mexico and the United States work differently, and their cultural infrastructures and the way to get funds is different. However, we've noticed that the challenges of being an artist are very similar, and also in other regions like Europe. There's this state of vulnerability of the artist, the lack of healthcare, retirement security, low pay rates, food vulnerability, housing vulnerability, all of those. You can see them in every context, despite of how our cultural infrastructures work. So the needs really overlap, sadly, in the same way.
And then from the perspective of the artist in Mexico, much of the information outside of Mexico is English-centric, so there's language barriers. There's also funding challenges. Economics are different. At this moment, the peso is somewhere around 20 pesos to the dollar, which creates difficulties. And then, of course, policy barriers. So even an artist being able to take their work out of Mexico can be quite challenging if they're not able to obtain a visa. The idea for the Apapacho residency came about early on in PROArtes formation. We really wanted to have a space that could be a home base for us in Mexico City, but then also be able to foster really thoughtful, individualized exchange for cultural workers, artists, curators. This idea sort of launched last year, despite all of the possible challenges with opening a space in Mexico City. We took a leap of faith. It's been steadily full since we launched. Apapacho is this ever-evolving project that offers a time and space for research, and then also connections for artists and cultural workers to folks in Mexico City.
We want to consider ourselves as facilitators and artist-centric organization. We have a few examples of how we've done this, and one of those is the publication of Aquí y Allá, where we interviewed 20 artists from different disciplines. Thanks to the support of the Mexican government, we created a publication that it was also bilingual. We worked with an editor in Mexico and the United States, and we edited those 20 interviews, and you can see artists that are actively working in the United States and in Mexico that they are, in each of their contexts, are famous, but unfortunately because of these language barriers, they don't know each other. So one of the goals of this project was to distribute these publications in different specialized libraries, research centers. Those publications are available in our website to consult the project, and also for purchase.
And there's a variety of other ways that we've supported artists as well. We've undertaken a number of curatorial efforts and programming development. A good example is from one of our programs. We do a Mexico City art trip, and one of the curators that was on that trip met an artist that we visited their studio, Danielle Godinez and Yvonne. From that visit, they have now developed an exhibition in Albuquerque. Horacio Rodriguez is an artist here in Salt Lake City. He hosted a benefit exhibition where he created 10 porcelain slip-cast boomboxes and gave them to artists to decorate and then to be sold in support of a nonprofit of their choice. We took on the task of documenting this process and creating a bilingual catalog. So another way we supported artists is through our Microbeca program, and 2024 was our second year to offer this. In the first year, we offered one award. In the second year, we decided to give out two. We call them Microbecas because that translates to micro grant, and they're only a $500 award, but that $500 can be sometimes very meaningful to an artist or a project.
And this year, the award went to Minerva Ayón and Pablo Rasgado. Both are in the visual arts field. She works with ceramics, but also with installation. Pablo Rasgado is also a recognized artist.
The workshops in general, they are not specifically created to have fine art result necessarily. There will be art resulting from it, but it's really about bringing together the general public, emerging artists, well-known artists into the same space to discuss these topics and create together. We launched our residency space this year, and those applications are open on a first-come, first-served basis. It's filling up pretty quickly, so we recommend folks go to our website. We always welcome any financial or donation support, and they can find a donation link on our website, which is PROArtes Mexico.com.mx.